It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Our conversation with the folks from the Jimmy Stewart Airshow, brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Nathanael Arthur's with us. And Nathanael, usually when you have a second guest with you, it's somebody that's high in the air overhead and flying out of St. Louis or Florida or somewhere else. You actually have somebody with you in the studio today.
Right on. We have world famous Steve Reinoehl here with us.
Steve, good morning to you.
Good morning. It's great to be here.
It's good to have you here with us today. So we're talking about Flight of the Flags this morning,
yes,
right?
Flight of the Flags. I'd like to thank the Indiana County Center for Economic Operations. Without them, this air show would have never got off the ground, Todd. So again, we're here to talk about the Flight of the Flags. It's something that we were the fourth air show in the nation last year that started it. Or being a part of it. Sorry, Brian Safran from Port Clinton, Ohio. Originally, he was on the radio with us last year. We're just honoring our fallen soldiers and to teach the public why our freedoms are not free. And we're inviting those families to come back with the funeral flags, which are the triangle-shaped flags that were given to them at the military funeral, and bring a picture of their family and their story of where they served. We put them on display. We do full military honors. We load them up in the airplanes. We do a 3 flyby and a 3-gun volley. And Steve is part of the team, the Indiana County Veterans Affairs, with Al Lockhart and Diane Overman. And we have Steve Reinoehl and myself. And we also have the American Legion and Climber, Steve.
That's correct. Last year, it was the American Legion and Climber, which I'm on the Honor Guard, and the Honor Guard there, as well as the Blairsville American Legion Honor Guard, assisted us. But this year we're adding an additional Legion. I believe we're going to have a few members of the Legion up in Glen Campbell is going to join us as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's going to be really nice.
Steve, this is, for me, not being in this situation as families that have veterans who have gotten that flag. I can't imagine how meaningful it is for people to see this occur, to watch the whole thing unfold, and to know for folks who didn't participate last year that they have the chance to this year.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful ceremony honoring our deceased and fallen veterans. And it's a very emotional affair, actually, for the families. And I was honored to be part of it last year and again this year. It's really emotional. I even had my father's flag in the ceremony last year. He was a World War II vet. Mm-hmm. He had 3 ships sunk out from him during World War II in the North Atlantic. And there was a lot of stories similar to that. And it's really, there was a lot of emotion during the ceremony with the peoples and families that were involved, especially at the point of time when we returned the flags after the flight to the family members.
Yeah. And when you think about it that way, and you think about, 3 ships shot out from under him, we're bringing the whole story to the surface again. And that's what this is about. The families are able to once more honor their loved ones who have served and to bring their stories to the forefront. Maybe their own family members don't understand or haven't known.
That's correct. It's really amazing that, the veterans that have been through that, especially the ones that did not come back, their stories have become lost because a lot of them taking that to their deathbed with them. So, and it's nice to see that some of these stories have come out. Even like in my dad's case, I had no idea what he was through in World War II till he was on his deathbed. So,
yeah.
And it was shocking and amazing what these veterans have been through. So,
yeah.
Myself, I'm a veteran, so I've been through some of it myself. But there's a lot of stories, and I think in this part of Pennsylvania, there are so many veterans that served their country very well. And it's great to see this.
Yeah. Now, Nathanael, of course, I just said that people do have the opportunity to participate in this. Even if they haven't signed up yet, they still can.
We'll make it happen. And if you contact the Veterans Affairs of Indiana County with Al Lockhart, reach out to Diane Overman, they'll be able to help with that. Or if they can't get through with them, call me at the airport. I'll be able to make it happen. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great event. It's like I said, I don't have none of my families served in the military, but it's just an honor to be a part of it. It really is, and it's very emotional. I helped Latrobe this year with the Flight of the Flags. They adopted it as well, And I'll tell you what, it was a rough. I came home after that. I went to bed. I was wiped out mentally, emotionally. You know, it really took it out of you hearing the stories. And a lot of these people just lost their loved ones now, and it's raw. It's right there. It's true, you know. And what Steve does with the military veterans outdoors is awesome too, Steve. And thank you for doing that. And thank you for your service as well.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Now, the Flight of the Flags is going to take place at what time?
The opening ceremonies are Saturday at 11 a.m. We have the Silver Air Patrol there. We have the Legion, and we're going to be doing the flag ceremony about right around 11:30, and then we'll have the T6 formation group is going to be doing it. The Kevin Russo, the Jersey Jerks, and if you think like a jerk is something bad, no, it's a World War II thing. You can Google it and read up about it. It was a pilot, and his plane was called the Jersey Jerk, so they're keeping that alive as well. But we're going to do a missing man formation this year too, so there'll be a formation flight of 3 T6s, and I think we can hold up to, almost 100 flags. We calculated it out. So last year, I think we had 20 flags.
Yeah, I think we had 21
flags last year. So that was the first year for it. So we're inviting those families. We want to hear about those stories and keep their stories alive, and the reason why our freedoms are free. So
a little more than a few tears will be shed.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, absolutely. Last year there was quite a few tears.
You could hear a pen drop out on the tarmac last year. You know?
And we had an excellent rendition last year. 2 young gentlemen who played echo taps for us from Purchase Line High School, and they did a fantastic job. And I was watching as they were playing. There was tears running down people's cheeks in the audience.
Yeah.
So we're given full military honors, and we do a 3-gun volley. It's different from a 21-gun salute because of the difference. One is at death, and this is after the fact. Steve could talk more about that, but it's all legit. Everything that we're doing. And
exactly. It's really nice. It's a very emotional ceremony for the families. So.
Serving on the honor guard as you do, it is really meaningful to people at funeral services for vets who have passed away, and you're able to see how much that means to these families. This event coming up on Saturday is going to be meaningful in its own way, but you know, when we think about the service and we think about the people who have sacrificed not only their time, but in many cases their lives and their family life at home, and understand that there's a husband or a wife at home who is missing their loved one every single minute that they're away, and when they get that terrible news, that's one thing for someone who's been lost in action. But for those who get their loved one back home and are able to live out the rest of their lives together, it's just as meaningful to them when that flag is presented, isn't it?
Yes, that's very true. As a matter of fact, the way I feel about it, and the veteran himself or herself does not serve alone. Their whole family serves. Yeah. And that's an excellent point you made. It's very, very meaningful to the whole family. So, and it's very humbling and to be on the honor guard and honor these deceased veterans when we do the funeral services for them. So,
and for a lot of them, that flag, that triangular flag, has been on the mantle, or it has been in a place of honor in the household. Maybe it's someplace they don't really have the space or the room to put it on display somewhere, but for them to be able to embrace it, Nathanael, and actually get it out and renew those memories.
Absolutely. And I look at that flag as that's a person. That's a person right there that we're bringing there and honoring them, you know. Yeah. And when I go out, my mother's laid to rest in Cherry Tree, Pennsylvania. I take my dad up there for Memorial Day in the morning. We're there at 8 a.m. and I see the honor guard doing their whole spiel. No one else is in the cemetery. Mm-hmm. That's how loyal these people are to our veterans. It's truly amazing. Yeah. You know.
All right. So that is going to be happening this Saturday as part of what is going to be an amazing weekend at the
amazing, and the weather is perfect. You got to get your tickets now because they're going to go up the day of the show. Mm-hmm. So $10 in advance for the tickets, which is we make it affordable, family fun. Kids 12 and under or free. Last year we let 1,500 kids in free. We want to beat that this year. So let's bring your kids out, get them away from the video games, and let's get out and have some good old family fun. I mean, there's something there for everybody.
Where are they going to get tickets?
Well, you get tickets locally here at the Indiana Giant Eagle, Luxembourg 700 shop, the Tourist Bureau, the airport, Mark Arbuckle Nissan, all the Delaney dealerships, Tailspin Hobbies, and Apollo. Also Long's. Ron Marsh is selling them out there for us at Long's Mobile Homes out there. So, and you can also get them online at jimmystewartairport.com and like us on Facebook, and we keep posting stuff each day, a new event. So again, we are grateful for our radio station here. You guys are a keystone to our community, and we thank you. Thank you for allowing us to be here and talk about this today.
And the website itself is where people are going to learn more about other events that will be happening, because this is one event. It's truly one of the special moments of the air show, but there are many of them.
It's just blossomed. Every year there's something new we keep adding. We have a heavy equipment rodeo from Bobcat of Indiana. Is going to be doing, all the money's going to be raised for charity. We do the 5K, which Jess will be here tomorrow. There's just a lot of great stuff going on.
Yeah. 5K on the runway.
5K, Jimmy Stewart, 5K on the runway.
All right. So a lot happening at the Jimmy Stewart Air Show. Of course, the Flight of the Flags is one of the most important of those events.
Amen.
Steve, Nathanael, thanks both for coming in.
Thank you
for having us. Thank you very much.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160.